Hello, my name is Janice LaRoche. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with Stampin' Up! Today I'd like to share this thank you card with you. And this is for part of a blog hop. The one I'm involved in, and this is my very first one, so bear with me, is the Stampers Showcase blog hop. And I made a ombre effect with the card, and I embossed these three little 1-inch strips. This one is 1 inch by 3.5, 1 inch by 3, and 1 inch by 2.5. And then the butterflies are in the matching colors. I stamped the white, Whisper White, with Highland Heather, Petal Pink, and Soft Seafoam. Then on the inside, I used just a little solid butterfly. Oh, I forgot to mention the sentiment. Word went out my head. I wanted to use this one from a different set because it fit perfectly where I wanted it to go. I'll explain that later. Then, to bring it all together, I decorated the envelope. So I embossed it with the Petal Pear flower embossing folder, and then I sponged it with the Petal Pink. So let's get started, and I will tell you all the products that you will need, and I will also have them listed below so you can duplicate this card if you so desire. So anyway, you will need a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock, and this measures 8.5 by 5.5 and is scored at 4 1/4. And then you will need, like I said, your 3 strips. And I've already embossed these for the quickness of the video. So this one is 1 inch by 3.5 of the Highland Heather. This one is 1 inch by 3. And this one is 1 inch by 2 1/2. Then you will need a piece of scrap Whisper White that I've stamped and punched the butterflies in. Stamp the butterflies, the small and the large of each. So here's the Highland Heather, the large, the small, and then I put some rhinestones on the body. And then this is the Soft Seafoam, the large, the small, and the rhinestones. And then I'm going to show you what I did with this color, so we will fix that one later. You will need some gems, rhinestone basic jewels, and this is the embossing folder that I used. I used Petal Pear, but I used a flower pattern. And the inks you'll need are Petal Pink, Highland Heather, and Soft Seafoam. The stamp set also that I used was Butterfly Gala. It's actually the bundle because, of course, you have to cut out your butterflies too. So this is the Butterfly Gala bundle in which you get the stamp set and the punch. And the butterfly I used was this one. Right? So that is that. Then for my sentiment, I was telling you, see, this one had thank you so very much in it, but it was a bit large and it was squashed in my space, so I didn't want it on my space. So I used this thank you from Daisy Delight. Now what you could do is you could do this at 3, 2.5, and 2, and then you'd have a bit more room here for your sentiment if you wanted to use the same stamp set. So give it a try and see how it goes. Right, and then what else did I do? I sprayed my card. I don't know if you can see the glimmer on it. And this is my Wink of Stella bottle filled with my empty Wink of Stellas once they don't really have much glitter in them at all and it's like, finished. I take the cap off. Oops, wrong way. I take this off. Let me show you. Oops. And then I take that out and I dump it into my bottle. And then once it's all, you know, shook about, and I pull it out with some tweezers and put it back in my bottle with alcohol, and I use this as an aqua painter. So I write on it, it's an aqua painter now, and that's what I use those for. But this, I just keep refilling. I have 1, 2, 3 ball bearings in there, so there's at least 3 empty of my things. But look at the glimmer in that. It still has a bunch of glimmer, even though it doesn't come out on your paper very good. It comes out this really well. So that's enough about my glimmer spray. Okay, let's get started on our card. I've already done these colors, so we shouldn't need to do anything with those. And I did sponge. I used little sponge daubers as well. So I sponged the Highland Heather, the soft Seafoam, and now we are just going to work on this one. Oh, where did it go? I must have dropped it. Oh, there you are. You will also need a sponge brayer, right? Because we're going to bray the front, right? So what I did for this is I need a little bit of scrap paper. But first I'm going to just finish these off. So, you don't even have to do this part, you don't want to, but I just like the little added touch of the color. It makes it pop a little bit more, I think. And then same with this, we're going to go around the edge. And then we're going to color the top lightly. Just make that pop a little more. So I think I'm done with the sponge. I'll leave this here because I do need to use that for brayering. But we can put our butterfly together. I'm going to use glue, liquid glue. Now let's fold our wings. Fold, fold. And we'll put a little bit of glue on the back. Oh, I guess I could stick it on here now. This is the middle one, so it's going to go straight. Since I've already got the glue on, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. And we'll put this little bit on later. Right. Let me show you how I did the brayering. I'll put this up right now. So you take your brayer, and I'm going to use this piece of scrap here just to cover up my back of my card. Make sure that is the back because I have a butterfly in there. And then you roll your sponge. You can do it either way. You do it across, as long as it's rolling. So you're getting the whole thing covered. Then what you need to do is just come from the outside and onto your card. Go over and over. Then redo it. Again, come onto your card. You want the top a lot darker than you do your bottom, so you can go over this quite a bit. And then just your dreads, you can just like do the bottom with. Again. And you just keep doing this until you think that it is good enough. A little more, I think, and we should be pretty good for the top. It does seem to blend a little more after you're done sponging with this brayer. It goes a little bit smoother. I'm going to do one more swipe, I think. Oops. Right. Looks like I'm painting. I think we are good. So that will be good. And as you can see, I did get all the way around. And this will dry a little darker shortly. So we can put this away and put our card together. So, all right, we'll start with the Highland Heather. I actually need that back. It's easier to do it with your grid paper if you have a grid paper. And this one, obviously, I've used. So let me fold it again. And what I did was I just put it on here so it lines up with the corner. And this I put 1/4 inch, which is one little block, in. And I glued that down with liquid glue. And the reason I want to use liquid is because this embossing folder, it doesn't all, the tape, snail doesn't always get into the little grooves and they don't stick very well. Well, I'm going to do it this way. All right. So 1/4 inch, 1 square right here. And that's that one. And then we'll do this one, even though we've got the butterfly on it. That's okay. Didn't want to waste my glue. Stick some glue. Spread it out. Yeah. And this one, I put 4 squares over. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you put your petal pink down. And then this one, same thing, you bring it 1/4 from the edge, which leaves you 4 in the middle. So you have 4 here and 4 there. So that is really good. Now I can turn it up. Right now I don't need my little thing anymore. Okay, I'm going to fold my little butterfly. Stick a little glue on the back and stick him in the middle. Same with this one, we're just going to put some glue on the back. And I'm going to put him like level with this side, but not off your card, right? But on an angle that way. Stick it down. Now this one is going the other opposite way. I'm going to put it level with your card and point it that way. So we have one on that angle, one on that angle, and then one in the middle is straight. Now I'm sorry about the phone. I can hear it ringing. Oh goodness. Oh, I've got my thing already. It's the color I need. We will I'm going to ignore it. It's my husband asking him if I'm here. He knows I was going to do a video when he left. He left to go to the movies with the grandson. They're going to see the Lego Movie 2. So there's my thank you. Now I need to put some gems. I'll use a pokey tool. put a big one for the head part, then a medium for the first body part, and then 2 small ones. And it fits the center of this body of the butterfly perfectly. So that's our card. Now you can take a Wink of Stella and I have one here, and just color, but like I said, I like using my spray, so I just shake it up good and I spray. Put it on myself too, and I get all glitter. I don't know if you can see the glitter on there. And it will dry, it will flatten out a little bit, gets a little damp, because this is alcohol in there mostly. And there is our card. I hope that you will check out everybody else's thank you cards. That was the theme for this blog. It was a thank you. And I have the next button on my blog, near the bottom of my blog, before I have my supply list for the card. And if you click on the next button, it will take you to the next person's card that they have made. And I hope you go look at them all. I can't wait to go look at them all, because this will be my first one. And I have seen a couple of blog posts before, like my friend Dana's. I've seen hers, and I don't go into too many, but I think I might start now. I might get lots of ideas. But I thank you for watching, and please participate in the blog hop by going and looking at other people's. And if you could like and comment, that would be awesome. I love to hear from people. And the product list to make this card will be listed below. And you have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.